Welcome back. We're reminiscing with some people that know a lot about history. We're talking with Ross Slavic, Fred Hudson, and Marlene Rowe.
Hi.
Welcome to the show.
Well, thank you for having us.
You know, the Boone County Historical Museum's been here for quite a while, and you got an event coming up. Was it this month or next month?
It's April.
April. Okay.
April 30th is the day that the school cornerstone was laid.
Yeah.
Back in 1912. So
Wow.
we are going to have a centennial celebration beginning April 30th.
Is there a time capsule in the cornerstone?
There is. There is a time capsule.
Wow, how
and
cool.
Do you know what? Do you have a list of what's in the time capsule? You know what's in there.
we have a good idea of what's in there. Although their items weren't all detailed, there were items from a number of community churches and clubs, social groups, and
Can you
the high
tell us,
school.
or do you have to wait till?
Oh, you're going to have
Oh,
to.
that
You're
is
going to have to
nice.
wait for
We
that
have to wait.
surprise. That is. We'll have the ceremony. We are working out the details now, and we'll publish a schedule of events for that day.
Okay.
Okay.
Maybe they have like a 1900 cell phone or something in there.
It's gonna be, and we're
Well-
going to put things in it after.
Oh yeah, you are.
Going to
Great.
begin.
Can you tell us what you're going to put in? Is that going to be a
For
secret
the next
too?
100 years.
We are going to look at
What you want to put in?
what we want to put in there to commemorate
It's a big secret.
Well,
It is.
And you have to put a lot of thought into it, like what is important that you want the next generation to know about, right?
Exactly, because maybe 100 years from now they'll open up that the cornerstone again and find what we put in there, which would be awesome.
Wouldn't that be neat?
Yeah.
Well, tell
I'll
us
be
when that's
around,
going to be. And can people come and view
We
this?
we will be inviting the public. Yes.
The community will be invited to this, yes.
Okay.
We'll have a big day of this, so
Okay.
and so we're really thrilled about this, and Tonette is really working on this right now, and so on. So
And Tonette is your director?
yes,
Okay.
And what do y'all do? Just help?
You're on the board.
we're on the board.
Secretary, treasurer, just on the board. I was
You're just
president
at
Just on
large.
the board.
when we started the
Fred is our past
25
president.
years ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I've been on the board ever since then. 25
Okay.
years.
Wow.
This was a year or two job.
So it's definitely a passion for you.
Fred is one of the founding members of the
Yeah.
society itself. We are the Boone County Historical and Railroad Society. We've merged with the Railroad Society, but they were the Historical Society was in a long time. Yeah, there were many of the past presidents were founding members as well. So
Well, Fred, when it started, how is it different now than when it
The
started?
museum,
Yes.
we have artifacts and documents and showcases and paint on the walls. Things that we had none of those. We
Yeah.
took the building when it was vacated as a high school, when the new high school was
Yeah.
built and the junior high moved out, and there was nothing there except a building that was about to fall down.
Yeah.
I mean, it really was a plaster, and everything was falling off.
Now
And
you keep adding things, and you're how many
Right.
floors does that have? 3 or 4 floors?
3 floors.
3 floors. Now do you have items on the 3rd floor?
yes, yeah, we have 3 floors and room for more things. And when people find something they don't know what to do with,
Yeah.
we'll take it.
Now you
Okay.
take things on loan too.
No, no
you do
more,
not?
no more.
Okay, you
We
used
we
to,
were
don't you?
desperate in the beginning,
Okay.
and we did take things on loan.
Okay.
I might say we have one thing, and that's the rifle that shot Henry Starr. And
Yeah.
they
Which you
didn't
wanna
want to
talk
give
about
that
here,
up.
too, I
yeah,
think, about
that's
Henry
Mr.
Starr.
Myers, and the Myers family has that rifle, and they've loaned it to us.
Okay.
How did they hang on to that? How did they get it?
Well, it was her William Myers' granddad that shot Henry Starr.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And that
I guess
rifle
he can
had
have
been
a
in the
rifle.
vault for ages.
Okay.
And they weren't even sure that it would fire, but he took a chance and it did.
And it did fire.
Yeah.
For those that don't know, give us a little update on who Henry Starr was.
Oh, Henry Starr. In fact, I have his book. He wrote it while he was in the Oklahoma prison. Supposed to be a 25-year sentence, but he was paroled early on. Anyway, Henry Starr was a notorious bank robber. And he met his Waterloo, as what was quoted in the newspaper, here in Harrison, Arkansas. He attempted the first automobile robbery of a bank, and it was not successful due to William J. Myers.
Oh, I thought you were going to say his car didn't start.
Oh no! Oh no! The car
No,
started.
he-
In fact, they know the path the car took. They have witnesses that saw the car, actually saw them before they even made it into town. There was a young girl and her brother that were walking and saw the gangsters with guns getting into a car and never realized until later that they were the same individuals that robbed the bank.
And this what it happened in what year?
1921.
1921.
Not
okay.
too. It was Henry Starr was, I think, 48 at that
He was
time.
born in 1873.
He was born in 1873, and he had a number. He bragged about being the most successful bank robber in all of the United States, and he had quite a following. People thought he was very charismatic. People loved him. They listened to him. He was pardoned by 2 governors and Teddy Roosevelt as president. Commuted his life sentence. Well, it was a hanging. He was supposed to be hung, and he
Now,
was served.
he had family in this area. Is that not? Is that
No.
true?
He
did
was
not
from
have family?
Oklahoma.
He was born
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But in those days, the Indian Territory was notorious for housing a number of, gangsters and bank robbers and people that were running from the law. And they had his lands. The Indian Territory, of course, was pretty wild.
Yeah.
Fort Smith was, and Oklahoma City and Tulsa were other fort areas, but Fort Smith was where the notorious Judge Parker,
You bet.
the hanging judge.
Right.
Now, why did he pick Harrison to rob this bank? Do you know why?
There's never really any.
He's just passing through, maybe. About time to hit another bank.
Banks in Bentonville, and they just chose banks. And
Yeah.
Harrison probably, the bank
fell
had
on
some
his
money.
path, maybe.
You know where the Willow Street Bridge used to be that washed away?
Yeah.
Well, that's the way they drove off after they bank robbery.
Actually,
Henry
it
Starr.
Now, didn't that happen down where the Kaufman Center is now?
Yeah, that was where
Yeah.
the bank was.
Yeah.
And Starr was inside. He had been shot, and the other 3.
And that's the
Here's-
Kaufman
here
building
it
there,
is.
right?
Yes, that's the
Yes.
old people.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's the
the
Willow Street Bridge is right
if
there
you
to
go
the
straight,
right.
you cross the bridge. Mr. Myers came out of the building and shot at the car as it was going across the bridge. It got down to, about where Snyder's Mill used to be, and it caught on fire, whether they burned it or not, but they took off on foot. And one of the gentlemen was from Searcy County, the driver of the car, named Lockhart.
Now, you have some more photos, I think, of related,
I think so.
maybe. There. What is that?
Okay.
Well, that looks like Henry
It says
Starr's
his
his
signature there.
bullet.
Bullet
No, that's
there,
the
yeah.
bullet.
Oh, the bullet.
That's the
Okay,
bullet
I
that
see.
killed him. That,
We have
It says flattened by piercing of spine.
we have a declaration,
Wow.
dying declaration that
yeah,
he
we have
wrote.
his confession.
We have his
too.
kerchief.
That's his confession.
If this book was written by him, he was a fairly intelligent individual. The words he used are not the words I would expect. But the biography is primarily telling about why he became an outlaw.
And this is the gun
This
that
is
killed him, right?
our display at the museum.
Okay.
That gun there is the one on the bottom there was Henry Starr's gun, and there's actually on the stock of the gun the HENRY with a star.
Oh, really? Well,
And
let me ask a question. He wrote this before that robbery, then?
Yes. This was
Obviously.
written in 1914
Okay.
while he was imprisoned in Oklahoma.
Okay.
That was the stock,
Is that the
stock
stock?
of the gun. Yeah, yeah.
That last picture at the very top was the rifle that shot Henry Starr. Mr.
Okay.
Myers
Wow.
shot him.
Okay, cool. Cool.
You can
Well, what a
barely see
great
it.
thing to have in our very own museum
Yeah.
here.
And this is the kind of stuff you'll hear when you go to the museum. You'll have curators
Well,
there that are going to tell you all
that's
kinds
the
of
first
stories.
case when you walk in the door.
Yeah.
We have 3 floors, many rooms, all pretty much themed to certain areas. We have a railroad room, which houses a very large collection of the M&NA railroad memorabilia. It was a lot of it was donated to us from the Younger brothers, who had their own museum over near Eureka in Beaver, and they wanted to bring it, and that's when we merged the Railroad Society with the Historical Society.
Okay.
And created that railroad room. There are items in there that you won't find in most railroad collections.
We're just about out of time. Let's let people know about your centennial celebration. What day is that now?
It'll be April 30th.
April 30th, it's
April
on
30th.
a Monday.
Now, the museum is open, and what time is it going to be when you do that? At noon?
At around noon or
Okay.
11:30
11:30,
or so,
okay.
when we will start
Okay.
that. We'll
Okay.
have food,
Oh, cool. Yeah, good.
Good deal.
and we'll have pop and ice cream for dessert. So, and we just want people to come and join us and enjoy the museum and our festivities that we have that day.
All right,
What a great
April.
event.
They also may turn the deed over to the
Oh,
school
good.
board.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
It's about time they do that.
Yeah.
Well,
But there will be a
Great.
schedule of events in the newspaper.
Okay.
It will be in
Yes.
the newspaper. As we get closer, we'll, refine.
We'll send one here too, and maybe we can talk about it.
Okay.
Prior to.
we'll
We'd
have,
be happy
maybe
to.
we can have someone come here again. And,
Sure. you
Sure,
bet.
that'd be great.
okay.
That'd be great.
Thank y'all for being here.
Wonderful.
Thank
you so much. All
For
right.
having us.
Glad we're here.
Our last guest is patiently waiting, and she'll be here in just a few seconds. Michelle Baylor from the Area Agency on Agency of Northwest Arkansas. Stay with us.